Hey, Tom Burton here, author of The Revenue Zone again, and welcome to session 3 of our Revenue Zone book overview. So in the last 2 sessions, we covered the why behind the Revenue Zone. And then we also dug into more detail into the Revenue Zone matrix, which is a bit of the heart and soul of the whole Revenue Zone system. Today, we're going to talk about what we call the yellow brick road. And that's the journey that your prospect takes from your Revenue Zone matrix from the lower left-hand corner up to the upper right-hand corner in the Revenue Zone. And we're going to talk about how we outline the techniques and strategies for doing that and creating your own yellow brick road. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so we're starting off here in Chapter 4, the yellow brick road. And the first thing that we're going to cover is what we really mean by the yellow brick road. And, in the previous chapter, we talked about the importance of creating demand for your product or service, at the same time building know, like, and trust for yourself and for your business. And those two things together get the prospect to the Revenue Zone. However, that's easier said than done. And there's a very specific process that we want to take that prospect through to get to that point. And in fact, in most cases, a prospect's going to take minimally 25 different touch points along the way, or micro moments, if you want to call it that, to get from the lower left-hand corner into the Revenue Zone. So how do you facilitate that when your prospect wants to be anonymous as long as possible and all the other things that we've talked about so far? And that's what the yellow brick road is about. So the way that we do that is we, first of all, use different pieces of content that you already have in your business, whether it's your website, your online presence, a number of different things. I won't go into all of this here. You can read all of this in the book. But what we do is we go through and we inventory basically the assets, or what we call bricks, that you have that you could potentially put into your yellow brick road. And we have a special tool that helps you do this called the Yellow Brick Road, or YBR Builder, that you can download for free right from the Revenue Zone Resource Center. And what you do with that builder is you go through and you'll see step by step inventory, categorize, and assess all of the different assets that you have, content, online presence, website, whatever the case may be, that a prospect would potentially discover in their journey on the yellow brick road. And you're assessing whether those assets or items actually create demand and build trust. And then, as you can see here in the Yellow Brick Road Builder tool, it'll automatically help you inventory all of those as you go forward. And obviously, along the way, you may find things that are not exactly the way you want them. We talk about how to address that, and then we summarize everything here at the end. So this first Chapter 4 is really establishing what we call your brickyard, which are all of the pieces that you can potentially include in your yellow brick road. Then in Chapter 5, we talk about how you're actually going to go about and construct the yellow brick road with all of the bricks that you identified in Chapter 4. And again, there's a very specific process that we're going to go through. We're also going to continue to use the Yellow Brick Road Builder tool. So there's a very step-by-step process that will take you through here with that tool, including identifying the different milestones that you'll want to achieve along the way to the Revenue Zone, and then going through and actually setting up everything in your Yellow Brick Road Builder so you can actually put the bricks in step by step. We show some examples that you can go through, again referencing the Yellow Brick Road Builder tool, and again take you through everything that you need to do. Once your yellow brick road is defined, or once you think it's defined, we then go through steps of validating and testing that with your internal team and stakeholders, and then what you can do over time to optimize that yellow brick road, looking at some troubleshooting and frequently asked questions that commonly come up here. All of this is included in this Chapter 5 summary related to building your yellow brick road. So there is a tremendous amount of data in this Chapter 5 and 4. So you're definitely going to want to read these, but that's the general idea, is how do you actually construct that guided road, yellow brick road, from the lower left-hand corner of your Revenue Zone to your Revenue Zone matrix to your Revenue Zone. And then next we're going to talk about, in our next session, Chapter 6, where we talk about how do you sell more products and services and generate more revenue from existing customers. But that's next. We'll see you on the next session. Okay, so that was a quick overview of the yellow brick road process Obviously, there's a lot more details that you'll find in the book, but just wanted to give you a snapshot of the direction that we're going here. And hopefully that helps give you an idea of what you can really do to drive lots of prospects into the revenue zone. Next up, we're going to talk about what we call the revenue expansion flywheel and how you get more revenue and more repeat sales with your existing customers. So we'll see you then.